Add and subtract polynomials. Problem number 4. Subtract. So we have the polynomial negative 4y to the 7th power plus 7y to the 5th power minus 9y to the 3rd power plus 7y to the 2nd power, and we are subtracting another polynomial, which is y to the 7th power plus 2y to the 3rd power plus 15y to the 2nd power. Because there is a subtraction sign in the middle, we will have to distribute the sign to everything that's in the second set of the parentheses. If it helps us, we can imagine a 1 there, which means negative 1 distributed to the first term, second, and third term. But before we do this, nothing is going to happen to our first polynomial, so we can just bring this down, and then we are going to distribute the negative sign to the set of parentheses, which means all the signs going to change. So a negative times a positive y to the 7th power is going to be a negative y to the 7. A negative times a positive 2y to the 3rd power is going to be a negative 2y to the 3rd power. And last, a negative times a positive 15y to the 2nd power is going to be negative 15y to the 2nd power. After we distributed the sign and now all our parentheses are gone, we can start by looking for like terms, which means the same variable with the same power. So right here we have y to the 7, both of them share the same variable and the same power, and we can just add their coefficients together. Remember, when the coefficients have the same sign, you add the numbers and keep the sign. So 4 plus 1 is 5, and both of the signs are negative, so your answer should be negative. Negative 5, and then the variable and the power stays the same. Next, we have y to the 5th power, but there is no other term that has the same variable and the same power, so this term does not share a like term and it just comes down. Next, we have y to the 3rd power, and there is another like term, so we're just adding the coefficients together. Again, both of these are the same sign. Add the numbers, keep the sign. So I know my answer is going to be negative, and 9 plus 2 is 11. Variable stays the same, power stays the same. Y squared, and there's another y squared, so adding the coefficients together, and in this time we have opposite signs, which means we always subtract the smaller number from the larger number and keep the sign of the larger number. In this case, the larger number is 15, which has a negative sign, so I know my answer is going to be negative. And then 15 minus 7, so subtracting, gives me 8. The variable and the power stay the same. If there are no additional like terms, and as you can see by the variable and the exponent, they are all different, then this is our final answer for this problem.